Well, good morning. I'm here. It was a beautiful day here in Iowa. It was 42 degrees when I climbed on the bike and did my daily stuff. It's warming up. I think it's about 50 right now. Best time in the world to be riding. I mean, the fall and is better than spring. Spring we end up with a lot of rain, and I'm looking at possibly snow in the future. Although we've got a month at least, I think, before we get any snow. And that's when this bike will get put away for the winter. I'm hoping that the snow will hold off till I have a trip in Mississippi, or down to Mississippi, that I plan to make. And before I make that trip, I wanted to do some checking out. I had to change a front tire. It wasn't really bad. It was down to 3/32. Well, no, it was down close to 2/32. And tires are the safest thing. And I thought, I've got 56,000 miles on the bike. I should check out my front wheel bearings. In fact, I decided rather than check them out to replace them. I noticed that this is the ABS side of my bearing right here. If you can see that groove there, that's how you know it's ABS. The groove goes in. And this bearing is really smooth and free. It moves really nice. It's a good bearing. And I replaced it, and I thought, why did you do that? After all, I want to save as much money as I can. And then I took the other side, and this isn't quite as free. In fact, there was it's still working, and it still is not going to fail. But I noticed a witness mark on my axle. This has a couple spots inside the bearing where it's worn, which tells me that the bearing spun on the axle shaft. And it's not bad yet, but it could go bad. And when you've got a long ride to make, you've got a ways to go, you want to make sure that everything on your bike is in good shape. This winter, I will probably replace my rear bearings. I've got the kit for that. And I will replace the tire probably this winter. That's what keeps you on the road, keeps you safe. That's what keeps you from a disaster. I hear guys bragging about death wobbles, high-speed wobbles, going through time when their bike shakes. I don't want to brag about that. I think you need to keep your bike maintained well. And I think that the only thing, I got some city guys driving by. I think the only thing between you and the road is your tires. The only thing that your tires are running on are the wheel bearings. And I realize that the death wobble is not what you want. I've had 3 occasions where I've had a death wobble. One was a Honda 750, and I was going, maybe a little faster than the speed limit. No, I was going really fast. I was able to pull it out of that death wobble, slow down, and realized that my problem was neck bearings. I had another occasion where we had a brother we were riding to Sturgis, and he developed a wobble on the way to Sturgis. I volunteered to ride his bike, anything over 55, and it started that wobble. Come to realize that he had loose and broken spokes on his wheel. And I rode it because I'm the lightest one and the most experienced rider in our group. And yeah, we probably should have parked it, but we were stuck. And then another occasion where I got a wobble coming back from Sturgis and realized that it was the poor tire brand that I'd put on my bike. I'm pretty careful about making sure my tires inflated correctly and checking my tires out, and this brand of tire was inflated according to specs, and it developed cupping. And then I checked on that tire, and they discontinued that model of tire because of that very problem. You want to solve a problem before you get it. And that's kind of the way with life, isn't it? You know, you come and somebody comes to me from a club, say, I got a problem with this guy, or maybe somebody in your own club. I've got trouble with this guy. And my advice is, by the time they come to you, it's already blown up and it's already ugly and it's already going to cause a great problem. And so my advice is take care of the problem early. And it may not even be a problem. It may be a problem in your own imagination, and you're just thinking and projecting your thoughts into it. It's not a problem. Marital problems. I've had people come to me and said, my wife is leaving me. What do I do? And I said, something you should have done about 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and it's probably too late, and usually it is. You see, if they'd have taken care of the small problems early, they would not have the big problem right now. And the same is true with your relationship with God. Sometimes we drift away from the Lord. Sometimes we put things off that we shouldn't put off as far as our relationship to the Lord. Isaiah tells us that we are to make our peace with God today while it's called today. Let me find my Bible here. And I've got sunglasses on without readers, so I'm hoping I can read. But you know, don't wait until you're at death's door to make your peace with God. Don't wait until you are ready to pass to make sure things are right with God. I'm having trouble with wind. Here's what Isaiah 55 says. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. You know, God tells us that we need to take care of issues early, not late. You got sin in your life. 1 John 1:9 says, if we confess our sin, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Take care of the problem early. Now, I could have let these bearings go for maybe another 10 or 20,000 miles. The problem is that I would create problems with my axle and problems with the wheel hub itself. Replace it early, and you don't have to worry about being 1,000 miles from home wondering how you're going to get your wife to hook up the trailer to your pickup and come get you. Take care of them early. In life, take care of your life's problems early, and if you do it, you'll never regret it. Yeah, I hope you have a good day. I'm going to do writing. I haven't gotten the sound figured out with writing and writing and videoing and keep the camera from shaking. Although if I put the camera in my pocket, it doesn't shake. It's the handlebars, the vibration of the handlebars that makes it shake. But you know, that day is coming. I've got a lawn to mow today, 2 lawns to mow today, and so I'll probably go off and do that. Maybe check on my snowblower and see if it's done being worked on. But I hope you have a great day. I hope that you just grab all of the good you can out of this day. And as I keep telling my friends, keep serving Jesus.